do cluicheadair ball-basgaid albanach Sian Phillips. Cort an part h-Alba Geamaichean bhith, agus be sin mas Bruidhinnidh gus sgioba oicní na h-Alba tro carriage.
So in the last year of primary school, I had a friend that played basketball, and so she kind of told me I should come along and join the school team. So in my last year of primary school, I did that. And then in my first year of high school, I decided to join the local club team with her. So it definitely started as quite a social way. So I think after playing for a few years in the National League, which is the kind of main league in Scotland, so playing with my club, after a few years, I realised that this is the kind of sport that I wanted to focus on more than the other things I was doing. I just kind of fell in love with this sport, and I felt that it was for me. So that was definitely an amazing experience. And I think it was also, from a young age, it was quite a hard process to get into initially. So there was at trials when I was younger, there was sometimes hundreds of young girls there trialing to get into a team of 12. So it was quite competitive. So finally, kind of when I made the team, that was a great feeling. And to be able to go to a tournament and play, yeah, it was really amazing.
Nu de háisí Sian a cluich don na hiad sgioba ball-basgaid professionta díobh an h-Alba in Caledonia Pride. Húdí corm trénach, colladí cúch, dhéana cluicheadair.
So that was kind of towards the end of playing in the National League, and so Caledonia Pride had just started up as the first professional team in Scotland, and so I was aware of it in its first year, and then in its second year, Bart Sengers, who's the coach, kind of asked me to come along and try out the training and see how I fitted in. So I went along and did a bit of the training, and I was like, wow, this is quite a big step up, but I really enjoyed it, and I thought I'll give myself a challenge. No, I was definitely difficult at first, joining and playing with all these players that I'd kind of looked up to growing up, and suddenly you're training with them and you're in a team with them, and it was a big step up from what I was used to as well. So there was a lot kind of going on, and to just keep up at that level was difficult, but it definitely helped me improve a lot as a player.
As dewi oper crúig gus a háte a dhéanamh san sgioba, ha córta dí Sian gomór a bhí a cluich ag an ídas áirte, agus ha géirí a lent an ora an a bhí a léisacach mar lú chléisiche.
That first year where I was kind of being challenged almost every day, kind of tactically, and I felt like I made a kind of huge improvement. And so at the time it felt very difficult. And, I was like, oh, this is, how am I ever going to keep up with this? But that first year was very important, for my progression. It's been really great. As kind of each year has gone on, I've felt kind of a bit more comfortable and settled into my role on the team. And it's great, being able to play in Scotland for a professional team. I'm in my hometown of Edinburgh, and being able to just play at such a high level right here is just a great experience. I think I've been very grateful for the opportunities that I've had, and I want to keep kind of pursuing it to a higher level. And if that means moving abroad or playing on other teams, I definitely look to do that.
Ba Sian mar fáirtí an sgioba náisiúnta trúd gach tuamh a thuaidh áide ag na Geamaichean chomhla in Birmingham. A déanú eachtarí mar a hiad sgioba ball-basgaid na ban an h-Alba a haid nochdadh díobh san arpis.
It's quite different from the 5v5 game, and there's a lot of differences. So it's kind of shorter, you have 10 minutes of game time instead of 40. It's played on the half court, and there's lots of other different rules. It's more physical, it's a lot faster paced. I really loved the format of it. That definitely meant a lot. It was to be able to play in a tournament against Ireland and Wales, and then qualify was a great feeling. And being able to send Scotland to the Commonwealth Games with the team that we'd had some really good training sessions, and we'd gelled well together as a team. So I felt confident with ourselves, and also with 3x3 you never know almost what's going to happen because it's such a short game. But I knew that if we played like our best basketball, like as a collective and individually, I knew that, you know, we would do well.
Tá Sian a déanú fiúir í Birmingham, agus tá dolasteach an narpas le misneach, ha on dáchas leis an jawas, gon leisach mar cluicheadair.
I'm really excited to be able to kind of show everyone that, you know, Scotland can be up there with the top teams, and the female side especially, like the first time being there, it'll just be so exciting to show everyone like what we can do. I think there'll be a lot of good teams there with really great players, and I think it's just like focusing on ourselves and what we know we can do. And I think just being able to compete, and yeah, anything can happen. So definitely go in there with an attitude like we're going to win this. So definitely in the short term is the Commonwealth Games. I hope to, you know, go there and make a big impact there. And then I think in the future, just finding ways to improve my own game, and like wherever that is or however that may be, just becoming a better player.